Hi guys, it's Lisa here, your independent Scentsy director. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I want to share with you something that I've kind of fallen in love with. It was something in Scentsy that I didn't initially try because it wasn't really my jam at first, I didn't think, until I actually did try it. And then I was like, oh, why did it take me so long to pick it up? So without further ado, let me introduce you to this guy. So this is one of Scentsy's two different types of diffusers that we have. So this is something that diffuses essential oils, which are pretty popular these days, right? And especially I feel like this time of year when it's cold and flu season generally, a lot of times people like to use essential oils in their home and also to add a little bit of moisture to the air as well. So this is a popular item at this time of year. So Scentsy has two different categories of diffusers. We have the deluxe category, which is what this is here. We also have the premium diffusers, which were sort of like the original, the OGs in the Scentsy world for diffusers, right? So the premium diffusers come at a little bit of a higher price point, and they also have interchangeable shades. The shape of them is a little different. The water reservoir is a little different size. Lots of different things comparison wise. So if you guys would like me to do a video on that, just let me know in the comments below and I can do a video on just the premium diffusers by themselves. But today's focus, I just want to talk about our deluxe diffuser. So this is actually our newest model. It came out, I guess, about a year ago now that we've had this one. So this is my favorite model, to be honest with you. It's a little bit more budget friendly. The really cool thing is that you can actually host a party with a Scentsy consultant, and you can use your half price or free credit that you earn as a host with a qualifying party. You can use that towards the price of this. So you can actually get this for half price, and at $65 US, of course. It's actually a really good deal, so you could get it for half price of the $65 price tag. So anyway, I wanted to show it to you. It's you can kind of see size comparison with my head, I guess, but it's a nice size. It's a nice shape. I love the decor of it because it's nice and neutral, so it fits with any kind of decor. So it's a nice sort of like a gray. I don't know if my camera will pick that up. It's a nice gray. It looks a little beige on my camera, but it is a gray in person, light gray. And I don't know how easy it is to pick up. So there's tiny little patterns. It's almost like a little flower pattern on the top of this. It is made out of plastic, so it's nice and durable. I kind of love that, especially if it's on a high traffic area or maybe for a kid's bedroom. It's a really good thing to have this. It also, because it's plastic, super, super lightweight, as opposed to our premium designs, which are made out of glass or metal or ceramic and all kinds of other things. It makes them super duper heavy. So this is a nice alternative to this. I actually measured it before I did this video, and it was 15 ounces just for the base and the shade for this with nothing in it. It was 15 ounces, so just under a pound. So it's nice and lightweight. So I'm going to show you how this guy works. Let me kind of show you the pieces of it. We're going to see how well I can balance things here on my lap. And then I'm actually going to fill it and turn it on, hopefully, without spilling it all over myself. I don't know if I should even attempt that, but here's what the top of it looks like. So when you take the lid off, this actually unscrews. So if you look at the little piece inside here, you can see this. There's actually a disc under here too that will pop off when you unscrew this. So this is a nice way to clean these. Now, I recommend cleaning these every time you go to refill the water again. Just my own personal preference. Do you have to? Not necessarily clean it every time. You can even just wipe it out with a little paper towel in between uses, things like that. But you just don't want to let oil settle in the bottom of this because it's the little disc that vibrates back and forth when you turn it on, and that's how you're going to get your steam because it's a nebulizer. So it's going to sort of vibrate very quickly, and that's how you're going to get that steam from it. So the top pieces of this, you're going to have actually 3 pieces together. So this is what it looks like. And then there's actually a little disc here. Now, when you get all of these pieces, when I first got it, I was like, is this packaging? Am I supposed to take this apart? What am I supposed to do? It does come apart, so that way you can clean it. This piece here actually fits on, and it will just turn till it's nice and tight there. And then this little disc is really important because this is how you're gonna get your nice steam out through the top that I'll show you later. But this actually, there's a little, I don't know how well you can see this. See the little sort of piece that sticks out there? There's a spot where it sticks into here too. Let's see if I can do this. It never fails that whenever I go to do this on camera, I could do it 100 times without being on camera and it'll go right in until I'm filming myself, and then it's gonna be a butter. So when you put this on here, see what I mean? Okay, you just line it up and then press it down I make it look so simple. Did you hear that click? So that's when you know it's in place. All right, so there's the top of your diffuser. Now the bottom of it, here's our base. Here's going to be your water reservoir, and this is that disc that I was talking about. This is what's going to vibrate when it's on, and that's what's going to cause the water to kind of form into those droplets and get that really nice mist coming out the top. So the water reservoir in this is huge compared to our premium diffusers. So just as a size comparison, the premium diffuser's water reservoir is 120 milliliters as opposed to this guy, which is 450 milliliters. Now, the difference between the two, why that's important, is that this guy here, when you turn it on, there's two settings. So here's our on-off switch down at the bottom. There's a low setting if you go in between here, and then if you look, there's little like indications on here. It's kind of hard to pick up on my phone, but if you go to the low setting or the high setting, on the low setting, this water reservoir is so big, it'll actually do a continuous mist for up to like 35 hours. It's crazy. So it's kind of like a nice set it and forget it type of a situation, which I appreciate as a busy mom. So it's nice to have that. Now I will tell you that either one of our diffusers, when the water reservoir is empty, when it runs out of water, it will shut off automatically. So you don't have to set a timer. You don't have to check in on it at all times. You can just turn it on and off you go. So this is the on-off switch. This switch up top here is a light thing. Actually, let's go ahead and just do that now. I'm gonna put my top back on. I'll show you the lights here and then I'll fill it up so you can kind of see the steam as well. So again, on off switch, I'm not gonna turn that on yet because there's nothing in our water reservoir, but this little button here, and I'll kind of hold it close so you can hear the sort of beeps. Can you hear that? Hear the beeps? Now I know on my phone, because I'm recording on my phone, it will pick up as sort of like a flickering light. It is not in real life. It is a nice sort of static light. So there's 8 different colors in here that you can rotate through. I like that one, that's my favorite. Sort of like that Zen spa. The green is one of my kids' favorites. And then if you slide it all the way over to the end, you're gonna get what's called rainbow mode. So it's actually gonna rotate through all 8 colors, which is kind of pretty at nighttime. It's kind of relaxing to sit there and watch it. So it'll kind of go through the colors. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off as we're rotating through colors. I'll try and turn that back on. We're gonna take the top of this off, and then I'm gonna go ahead and fill it. Hopefully not spill it. And we'll test it out. I won't fill it the whole way. Now, I can tell you, I just kind of filled this up with my tap water. The really nice thing about this, you can use regular tap water, and you don't need to use distilled water or anything fancy schmancy. You can just use good old tap water, nice cool tap water, as long as it's clean. Now I will tell you, if you are concerned, if you live in an area like we live in an area where we have very hard city water. So if you do have hard water, or water with a lot of mineral deposits, things like that in it, you may want to switch to the distilled water. It's not necessary, but if you're concerned about that, like we tend to get a lot of scaling and things like that. Now, personally, we have very hard water. Now, I just use tap water for mine, and because of that, that's why I like to sort of wipe it out and clean it out in between uses. And I just do paper towels and just some water and clean it up and wipe it out, and that's been perfect for me. So anyway, I'm just gonna pour the water in here. Oh, I should tell you, when you look at the base of this, this line right here says max on here, so that's your fill line. So as you're working on that, it's nice and easily marked so you can see it. I'm not gonna fill it up the whole way just because I will spill it. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of water in here. And then next is when you get to add your essential oils. Now, I'm gonna sit this down. Hopefully not knocking off my lap. So let me show you the oil that I'm gonna use today. This is a Scentsy oil. It's Marshmallow Buttercream because it's very dark and dreary and yucky out today. So this is just kind of what I'm feeling today. You can use any of our essential oils or natural oils in here. All of our oils are 100% natural materials. That being said, our oils are for fragrance only. If you're an essential oil user, maybe you use another company, things like that. Our oils are not meant to be used topically, so you don't want to put it on your skin. You do not want to ingest them either. They are recommended to be used for fragrance only. Now, on the flip side, if you have oils from other companies that you like to use for other reasons, you can use them in our Scentsy diffusers, and that's totally okay. It does not void the limited lifetime warranty on these, just so you know that. So you can use those and have some flexibility. I personally love our Scentsy ones, so that's what I'm going with today. Now, as far as how many drops you like to add in here, that is really a big personal preference. It also varies depending on the setting that you're using your diffuser in, right? So if you happen to live in a very high humidity area, then you tend to not get quite as much of a scent throw as what you do in a drier area, right? So it also depends on the space that you're diffusing into. If it's a very large, wide open space, you're probably going to want to add a few more drops of the oils so you can smell it a little bit more. Or if it's someplace, a smaller place like a bathroom or maybe a small bedroom, maybe you want to do a little bit less. So I would say experiment a little bit on this. Now for this particular diffuser, if you're using this and you're filling it up the whole way, I usually tell my customers to start with like 6 to 8 drops of oil. You can always go less to start with just to sort of see what you're gonna like, and then you can go up. I like a lot of fragrance, so I typically put in anywhere from 10 to 15 drops if I'm using the entire water reservoir. So I'm only gonna do like 1 or 2 drops in this one just so you can kind of see it for my purposes, and then I'll fill it up after my video. Now this, I'm glad I picked this one because some of our oils are very, very thick or condensed. You can kind of see this is going to be one that's very, very thick. Some of them you turn it right over. Oh, there we go. There's a couple of drops. Some of them you turn it right over and it just runs out like a very like watery type liquid, where this one here is definitely a little thicker. I think the bakery ones for me tend to be a little bit on the thicker side. So you just want to watch how fast it's coming out. Just kind of pay attention to that. All right, so that's it. I have everything in here that I need. So let's get this started. I'm actually going to go ahead, well, maybe we'll turn the light on after. So I'm going to turn it on to low here first. I don't know how well you guys are going to be able to see, or if you'll be able to see the steam. Oh, can you kind of see it if I move it? Oh, how about I hold it in front of the tree? There you go. You can see the steam a little bit more. So there's low setting, there's high setting. So you can see the steam picks up a little bit. Obviously the high setting, the water reservoir is going to go through the steam a little bit faster. This is a cool steam, so no heat into this at all, but it has wonderful fragrance. That is the one nice thing about diffusers that I really love. I love our warmers, right? I use our warmers all the time, but if you are somebody like me who's admittedly instant gratification a little bit, if you want something that has instant fragrance, diffuser might be the way to go for you, because as soon as you turn it on, it's like, boom, right there. You don't have to wait for wax to melt or anything like that. You get your fragrance immediately. So that kind of shows you a little bit about our deluxe diffusers. Again, we have that premium diffuser size as well, but I really love these because you can use your host credits for this if you do a party with your Scentsy consultant. Get this for half price. It is such a good deal. And you can use your essential oils. I actually like to mix my essential oils as well. I love citrus-based essential oils, but I also love lavender things, especially at nighttime. It feels very relaxing to me. So I will mix a couple of drops of lavender oil plus a little bit of lemon or citrus, and I don't know if that offsets it a little bit, because isn't citrus supposed to be very uplifting and sort of energy producing? So maybe I'm kind of defeating the purpose, but it smells really nice, and that's all I really care about, to be honest with you. So anyway, I hope this video was helpful. If you guys liked it and are liking this diffuser, make sure you give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And until next time, my friends, always remember to be kind to one another and keep smiling. I'll talk to you later.